Hey, Dr. Brian Kinsler here, showing today some finger mobilizations. So these can be helpful after an injury to one of the finger joints here. So rather than just forcing motion, if you've lost motion after that type of injury, we're gonna do some traction and what I call gapping mobilizations, which can help to restore motion, hopefully in a relatively tolerable or pain-free way. Whereas often just pushing on it can be really painful. So I'm gonna come closer, my head will be out of the screen, but so you can see what's happening with the finger here. So I'm gonna show this middle joint first. I'm gonna show on the index finger, but it would be the same for any of the fingers except for the thumb. It would be pretty similar for that thumb joint though, but thumb only obviously has two. So anyway, so I have this joint here. We're gonna go for flexion first, that's this way. So rather than just forcing it, I wanna try and open the joint up a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my opposite hand, okay? So I'm gonna come around. So if I'm like pointing away from myself, I'm gonna turn that around. So I'm pointing like a finger gun back at myself. So my index finger is straight. I'm then gonna put the index finger pointing straight back at me underneath the joint on kind of the pad, one of the pads of the index finger, whichever is more comfortable for you. And then I'm gonna put my thumb straight up the finger there. So kind of a grip like this. Then I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna try and hold this base joint steady, and I'm gonna come down like that. The force that I'm doing is as I push gently down with my thumb, I'm pushing up with my index finger. So there's kind of a counteracting force there. And then if we can handle one more thing, as I'm doing that, I'm also trying to give the finger a little traction so that I'm trying to pull it on its length and work in there, okay? What you should hopefully feel is that you can get the joint maybe a little further than you can on its own, and it shouldn't be too painful. If it is a little uncomfortable, maybe a 2 out of 10 pain, so something tolerable, something you don't have to hold your breath and grit your teeth for, okay? You can do the same thing on the distal or the end joint there. It's just a little harder because it's a smaller joint, but you can totally do the same thing. That middle joint's moving a little bit, but I'm trying to isolate the force through that end joint. All right, so that's for flexion. The second one is for extension. Often with the finger joint, I'll just do both because it's usually stiff in both directions. So I'm gonna take the same grip, okay? So that's again, pointing the index finger back at myself with the thumb up, coming underneath that joint, placing the thumb gently on top, all right? The thumb is just down from the joint. And now I'm gonna gently pull away with my arm on the injured side as I'm pulling the opposite way there. I'm not trying to dislocate the finger, gentle, but that's gonna give it a little traction. And then I'm gonna go the opposite way, so I'm now pushing down with the thumb a little bit as I go into some traction, and you can see now that's going to straighten the joint. Got it? So again, fairly gentle, fairly rhythmic. So I'm gonna find kind of a little rhythm with it, and going again to that 2, maybe 3 out of 10 pain tolerance. I usually go each way for about a minute and try to do these several times a day. So last time here, flexion, we get this grip, that's the key. I'm gonna pull and push up with the index finger. Opposite way, I still get that pull, but push down with the thumb. And what this is doing is just getting the bones moving in a slightly different way than if I just force it.